Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Wednesday, November 26th. All right, we have a bunch of three-letter words in here, except for flow, could, and might. Could and might could go together. We also have may, can, so these could just be synonyms for could, sure. Seems quite obvious since two of these are sticking out as non-three-letter words, but might be a thing. Definitely wouldn't be purple, so I'm not submitting that. We also have potential months in here. You have January, March, April. May is not abbreviated like the other ones, but May is only a three-letter word, so that seems too obvious. But what would APR, like, isn't that something to do with financials? APR. Adjusted something rate? I'm terrible when it comes to finance. Maybe it's related to IRA and SEC, like the Security Exchange Commission, I think that is. Could be. CFO, obviously, is Chief Financial Officer. So maybe these four to go together are some sort of financial category. What would Jan be going with? It obviously could be a name, Jan. I don't see other names in here, really. I mean, Deb. I guess Kat would be the other one. Sue. Yeah. Okay, so that's another category, potentially. So we had the might, could, can, may, APR, SEC, IRA, and CFO. So that would leave flow, God, tab, and Jan. No, Jan was going in with the other names. What would be the other one? Which one am I missing? Mar? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. I think I'm wrong about something else because this doesn't feel like a category. Flow just doesn't match with these other ones. These three could be words that are spelled backwards. Like God could be dog, Mar could be ram, bat, or a tab could be bat. Do we have anything else like that? Tack? No, that doesn't seem right. Tack is spelled CK, I think. Maybe that's just a coincidence. All right, I think I'm wrong about one of the other ones. Maybe flow, like cash flow, could go in with like a financial sort of thing. Do you have a cash IRA? That doesn't make sense. All right, so I think the name one is probably a category. These are like nicknames for what? Janet, Catherine, Debbie. Isn't Debbie short for something? Deborah. And then Sue is short for Susan. So we have like a nickname category in here. And we still have might, could, can, and may. So I think those two categories are fairly locked in, I think. That still leaves CFO, SEC, IRA. Isn't APR like adjustable percentage rate or something like that? But again, what does flow, God, Mar, and tab have to do with each other? Unless I'm just wrong about these categories. Oh, wolf. Flow was wolf backwards. Oh, okay. I think these are words. Oh, they're words that are animal backwards. Okay. Bat. I was thinking like a baseball bat. Bat the animal. Got it. And then flow, for whatever reason, I just couldn't see wolf. I think the four letters was throwing me off. So that's got to be purple, right? All right, backwards animals, yeah. And then I'm assuming SEC, APR, CFO, and what was the other one? IRA is blue, some sort of financial category. Financial abbreviations, all right. And then we have could, may, can, and might. That seems more straightforward than the nickname category, so I'm going to go with that one as green. Women's nicknames, and then this is just maybe. Verbs expressing possibility. All right, there you go. Nice. That one looked a little tricky opening it up with all the 3-letter words, but I figured it out. I still can't believe the wolf one. I was so convinced. I was like, no, I did something wrong. I did something wrong here. All right, let's see what they give it. 2.7. Kind of felt like that first opening it up, but it didn't end up being that hard. Although I wouldn't have figured out purple if I hadn't figured out the other categories first. Again, I feel like since I started going for purple first, it's actually made the game easier. Or maybe I should say I think I've gotten better at the game since then. All right, let's check the bot. Okay, 3 out of 5 difficulty, 57%, but again, the biggest category is losing, 43%. Bit of a bump here about around 1. I bet a bunch of people tried the months one. Did that end up being a rainbow herring? I think it did, because Mar went with the animals, APR went with the financial one, May went with yellow, and then Jan went with the name one, the nickname one. So yeah, that was a rainbow herring. I bet the bump at 1 here is the rainbow herring. 1 on 149 for uniqueness, 99 skill, nice. All right. Verbs expressing possibility. I mean, yeah, that's the one I saw first. I mean, could might just stuck out because they weren't 3-letter words. But then a huge drop down. I mean, yellow is dominating for first up here. Huge drop down to the other 3. Let's check ever. So pretty much everybody's getting yellow. 20% drop, almost 20, 19% drop down to green, and then another 16% drop down to the other 2. I feel like some of these are very American specific for the financial abbreviations. Like SEC, obviously that's a government organization here. And IRA is probably American specific too. Actually, all of these probably are. Well, CFO. I don't know what other companies call those positions elsewhere, but there's probably an equivalent position, but they might not call it CFO. Especially if they're in another language, obviously. All right. Regular rainbow order is the biggest winning game. Pretty typical winning games in here. And then losing is your very typical yellow, yellow, green, nothing, green, yellow. Then you have yellow, purple. That one's got to be a little rough. All right, how many people tried the rainbow herring mistake? I'm going to guess 45%. Oh, 59%. Okay. It's by far the biggest mistake. You see, the May one kind of gets you because it's not an abbreviation, but you don't really abbreviate May ever. But why would you abbreviate the other ones? Plus, it's just too obvious. Tab? Is there a tab abbreviation? Not that I'm aware of. But I could be wrong. I'm not great when it comes to finance stuff. May is... I don't think that's a nickname. I think that's just a name. Is May short for anything? And isn't it usually spelled M-A-E? I'm not sure. Ira is a name? Okay, I could see that. Is that short for something though? Ira. Just putting God in with SEC, RRA, and CFL. A lot of this seems to be blue, guessing it blue because they didn't put APR in there. This one doesn't have APR, this one doesn't have APR, this one, they're all missing APR. On to the mini. Alright, Greyhound, a dog. Passengers walkway, I'm going to skip over that. The Wolverine to Chicago's Union Station. What? I have no idea what that means. Barely beat without. Barely beat without. I don't know. You're out. They did this one recently. I don't like that they do that slang. Your feathered creature in kid speak. A bird? Oh, I guess Greyhound is bus. Bus. Birdie. Electricity bill calculation. Use electricity bill calculation. More like a fox. Slyer, maybe? Past tense verb that sounds like a number. Past tense verb that sounds like a number. What's a past tense verb? See, be, been. Seen. I'll have to skip it. Redundant before results. Redundant word before results. End result? Passengers walkway on a 1 or 6 across. An aisle? The Wolverine to Chicago's Union Station. I have no idea what that means. Barely beat without. Barely beat without. I don't know. Electricity bill. Use something. Use. Oh, 8. Alright. What is this? Barely beat without. Is Birdie wrong? Feathered creature in kid speak. Birdie. Barely beat. Eked out. So that would be wrong. Would it be this? What did I get wrong? Oh. So these are both wrong. Is it Birdie? What is this? The Wolverine to Chicago's Union Station. Oh, a train. Usage. Edged out. Or edge out. Edged out. Okay, yeah. Usage. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And then edged out. Barely beat. I really don't like this your thing. So it was Birdie. And then Slyer, I would put a Y there instead of an I. Okay. I don't know if I've ever typed out the word Slyer before. I don't know why I can't think of 8. 7, 8, 9. Oh, alright. Well, that wasn't very good, was it? On to pips. Alright, let's see. This is greater than 0. That's good to know. We have a 0 something in here. We have another 4. We have another 5, so it could be either one. What do we have 3 of? We have 3 4s. Okay, so this is probably going to be the 0, 5 up here then. And then 5, 2, because it can't be 5, 2 pointing down. And then this is going to have to go here. This is going to have to go, whoops. This is going to have to go here. And then this is going to have to go down here. I mean, that's a really bad time for an easy. The fact that I had to count numbers for an easy is a little silly. Alright, well, moving on. On to the medium. Alright, 11. This has to be 6, 5. Whatever it is. So it can't be the 6, 2, but it could be the 6, 3 here or the 6, 6. Not sure which is which. What do we have 3 of? We could have 1 6 in here and then 3 more 6s up here. In fact, I think that's pretty likely. I don't see 3 of anything else. Okay, that's good to know. So this double 6 is going to have to go up in here somehow, some way. That means that this 6 has to go here like this. And then the 5, 1 has to go here like this. Which means something is going to be sticking up here, and it's not going to be the 6, 6. So it's going to have to be the 2, 6, because we need both of the 6, 6s up here like this. And then this is less than 2, so this is the 1, 0, or, well, it's going to have to go 1, 0 up like this, because this is unequal. And then this is greater than 3, so this is going to be the 4. And then this is going to be 3. Alright, I mean, a minute. It's okay. It's okay. On to the hard. Let's see, 15 has to be 2 6s and a 4, or 3 5, something like that. 6 5 4 could be. It'd be 2 6s and a 3, actually. What do we have 4 of? We have 2 6s. We have 1 2 3 1s. We have 1 2 3 5s. We have 1 2 3 4 3s. 2 4s, 2 6. So this has to be the 3s. All right. The double 3 is probably going here like this, if I could rotate it correctly. All right. And then we have 3 4 and 3 0 going somewhere. Well, oh, this 3 could go over here. I was about to say this would have to be a double, but it doesn't. All right. We'll come back to that. So this has to equal 10. This is equals. What do we still have 3 of besides the 3s? We have 1s. No, yes, we have 1s. That could work. We have 2s. We have 5s. 5s could also go up here, but the 5s are probably going to go in this 15 cage. Maybe. I'm not seeing an obvious move here, so I'm going to have to just guess, I guess. Let's say this is a 3-4. What do we have? Another 4? We have a 4-5, so this could go here like this. Or the 3-4 could go up and this could be a double 2. That's a possibility as well. And this would be a 3-6. So we're going to miss a 6. So how are we getting to 15 here? We still have 3 5s. Or we could do 6-5-4. Except we already put the 4s over here, so maybe not. Unless we move those 2s over there. Let's just try stuff, I guess. Let's see, we're going to need a domino pointing this way into the 8 cage. So this one would have to go up. So that's 11. We don't have another 4, so let's not do that. This domino could also point up, so we could do like 1-5 or something like that. Although the 1s maybe go up here. And we could do double 1. That works. This is 7. Maybe like this? No, because that's no longer 7, that's just 2. We would need a domino that equals 8, and we don't have that. What about this? We would need this to be 4, which we do have the double 2s. We could do 5-2 down, but then we don't have something that equals 8. All right, let's go back to, let's try our other option here doing this. See if we can make this work. Let's pull these out of here. Let's say if we did 5-4 up, the rest of it would have to equal 6. We don't have a domino that equals 6. If we did this, we'd need 1. It'd have to be 1-5. We don't have that. Where's this 0 going? That's the question. Oh, I have 5 3s. So this could be the 3 over here. Okay. That makes this a little easier, I think. I don't know why I didn't see that before. Alright, so how are we still getting to 10? This equals 7. And then we could do 6-3 down. Or 6-3 up. So now this equals 11. We need a 4, but then we can't get the 8 over here. Let's start over. Not completely. Maybe since that 6-3 doesn't go down here, the 4 thing would work. Let's go back to that, see if that works. All right, so we have the 5-1 up. I feel like this is still going to be 1s up here, just because the 1s aren't really useful in these bigger cages. So how are we getting to 10? Again, this would be 7. We could do this. Oh, we could do this, and then this. What? What did I mess up? Oh, is this not 15? Oh! We need a 4 in here, Matthew. This is 11. What am I doing? So am I right about this? Let's go back to this. No, it'd go this way. This would have to equal 8. That doesn't work. All right. Let's put this back again. Let's try and rework this. Is it the ones that go here? Maybe not. Could we theoretically put the 5s up there? Where would the ones go? I guess the ones could then go over here. I think if we did this. We could also put the 6-3 over here and have the 4-3 over here. I didn't think of that either. And then this could be the 1-1 or the 2-2. Actually, let's go back to the 2-2. Let's try this. Let's go back to this. Alright. So if we did this, that would be 2, that's 7. This would be 10. And then this would be 9, so we need a 6. How are we getting to 8 over here? And we can't do it. This is 7. And then this is 9. Alright, let's try the ones over here, I guess. What if this was all 5s up here? But then how are we getting to 15? Because we'd use up all 3 5s. Well, there's 4 5s. Okay, so maybe we could do this. Let's see, this is 5 4, so this is 5. We need another 5 over here. That doesn't work. Maybe we do this. And then this would need to be a 3. Right? I don't know, this is 6, this would have to be 4. So this is 9. We would need another 6. We don't have another 6. Man, I am missing something big time here. This is my worst one in a while. I feel like this 3-3 has to go here. But maybe not. No, it does. You know what? We have 4 5s. I think I miscounted the 5s at the beginning. Did the 5s go over here? We don't have a double 5, so that's impossible. Yeah, because no matter what, there's got to be a double in here. Like if you start here, this would have to be a double. But if you did this, obviously this would have to be a double. That doesn't work. We don't have double 5. So yeah, this has to be 3s. Is it possible to do it like this? No, this would have to be another double 3. So this double 3 I feel like is forced. Alright, let's just work on this over here and maybe we can go back to the 3s. Maybe that's how I do this. So let's go back to assuming this is 1. And then 1 5 down like this. Or we could do 1 5 over. Do we have a domino that equals 5 on its own? We don't. Alright, so let's go back to this construction. We did 2 2, that's 4. We would need a 6. So we could do 6 5 maybe. So this is 15. We would need another 5. And then another 6 3 like this. And we could put the 4s up here. Did I just do this? I think I just did it. Wow, almost 10 minutes. That was rough. I think where I messed up was just trying to put stuff over here. I mean, this felt more forced over here with the double 3 having to go here, so it just felt like a natural place to start. But it just messed me up because I was leaving out some key dominoes over here. I think this 5 4 I didn't put over here, maybe. Although now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I had this built out this way at least once. And I had the ones up here for a while, so maybe I was just laying these out incorrectly. I did have this 6 3 over here for a while in different spots, so that was probably messing me up a bit. Oh well, sometimes you have bad days. Hopefully you had a good day, and if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.